Hello and welcome to Sandy Starfish, and here she is. You know by now she thinks she's a human being. She looks a little bit like one. Here's her head, here's her arms, and she's walking right across that aquarium. Hey, first and foremost, make sure you have your notebook out and you're ready to take some good old notes. And here we go. Sandy Starfish walked towards the center of the aquarium right here, right? 608 steps forward, and then she walked backwards 467 steps. How many more steps did Sandy Starfish take going forward than going backward? Alrighty, and your key is right here. How many more? This means we're going to be doing a subtraction problem, and we're simply going to take the steps forward and then subtract the amount of steps backwards, and then we'll see how many more steps Sandy Starfish took going forward than going backward. So let's go ahead and get started doing that right now, my friends. We're going to write 608, and then we're going to subtract 467. And the very first thing we got to do is look for any trouble a coming. And I've got no trouble here because I can take 8 and subtract 7. That's no trouble, right? But I've got trouble coming here because I cannot take 0 and subtract 6 from it because there's nothing there, right? So I'm going to borrow from this 6 here and turn that into a 5 and grab a group of 10 and plug it in right there. And now I'm good to go because I do not have trouble here. I can take 10 and subtract 6, and I can take 5 and subtract 4. So let's go ahead and rock and roll and do that right now. And if we've got 8 minus 7, we're going to get 1. But, I want to always practice the dot method with you. And with the dot method, what you do is you put your pencil on the lower number and you count up to the bigger number. And if we did that, we'd go 7, and then we'd just go 8. And we got 1 dot, which means we're going to drop our 1 right there. Superb, my friends. 10 minus 6 is 4. But once again, what if you don't know it? You need a strategy. We're going to use the dot method. So we're going to put our pencil right on the 6 and count up to 10. So 6, and here we go, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4 dots. So we know our answer is 4. And then we're going to circle our dots so we know we used them. And bam, we're ready to move on to our last one. Once again, 5 minus 4, super simple, that's 1. But let's, just for kicks, use the dot method. Put our pencil on the 4 and count up to the 5. So here we go, 4 and 5. Bam, we got 1 dot, which means our answer is 1. And right here you've got 141, and that's how many more steps Sandy, the starfish, right, took going forward than she took going backwards. And bam, right there is your answer. Let's go ahead and just box that because it's super fun to do. And love it, my friends. Hey, what I'd like you to do right now is go ahead and back this video up to when I first started doing the subtraction problem here. And then play a little, pause and copy, play a little, pause and copy until you've done the entire problem side by side with me, my friends, because that is your fastest way to learn. Until next time, I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll see you soon.